Okay, so here we go with another Elite Search with Miss Cara. This is going to be on an interior, and I did get a couple of notes about this search, so we'll take a look at it. We're going to be looking for what is she doing for a finish? Is she having any sort of alert behavior? Are we having issues with inaccessible bracketing, anything like that? Let's see what happens. All right. Yeah, good read, because I can tell you that she blasts past that first bit. Why are you going in front of her? Why are you going in front of her? Yeah, good quality alert. The only thing I would say is, well, what I said. Why are you going in front of her? So she stops her forward motion, and your momentum carries you through. And then you even go so far as to turn and look at her, and you know where I'm going with this. I would ideally have had you stay back here and somewhere, but it's excellent because it works out for you. Nice. Good celebration, great praise, great energy. You guys always have good praise and good energy, and it's always great to see. Good job checking that corner. I will tell you right now, I don't feel like she's checking that wall. Let's go back, see if I can find somewhere in the beginning. I'm going to just, you know better than I do, but just watching, I don't think, yes. I don't feel like she's searching like from right around where your legs are right now. I don't think she's searching. Let's look. So yeah, and where this padding here bumps out, that catches my eye too. I feel like by now I would have seen it, and I'm gonna do a circle back. Definitely get her to check this seam and this seam of this up, because I don't think she's hunting. Let's see. Do you recognize that too? Yep, we're gonna do the whole wall. So I mean, all of this section, she was a lot of it. She's to your right. Let's see. See if we can try. She's not hunting here, and now actually she's. Yep. Okay, there's a good check back. Nice. Okay, good. I'm glad that you caught that. Again, I would have probably called her up on that bit of padding there. Good job hitting those chairs in the corner. I hope that's, yep. Good job there. Nice. You are so in your directing. Oh, that's a nice alert. Okay, I'm gonna have to back up on that. I will say in your directing behaviors, you're doing a lot of body blocking, or not body blocking. That sounds like a negative term. You're doing a lot of pressing by using your body. You're sort of orienting her into places, not really blocking, but you're so close. Do you feel like, and this is what I suspect, I feel like you think she was going to miss this corner if you didn't get her in there, and miss this chair if you didn't get her in there. And if those are the cases, I think that we need to work on, maybe some well-placed highs to make sure she's hitting those things on her own, if she will. Let's see what she does, because I know you picked up on the big. Okay, so yeah, I didn't see that the first time because I was talking. So big slam and check back. She got caught on that chair. And you called alert. And so the question kind of has been, what's the alert? What's not the alert? And what I saw before is she's freezing up and she's staying with odor. I've seen her tail lock up and I've seen her kick her hips around. And these are all things that I would definitely have encouraged you to do through your training program. In fact, specifically, I would have said, don't worry so much about the look back or a paw or all these other things. Make sure the dog stays with, sticks with, and stares at odor. And that is exactly what you have right here. That's also exactly what you had on. That's also exactly what you had on that cone in the very beginning of the search, isn't it? And you keep moving, and it works because it's not the look back; it's the stick. It's the stick that mattered, and so that's why that worked for you. She did look up at you at that particular search, and that I'm sorry, on that particular element when she indicated, she looked up at you, but that's because you were out in front of her. I think had you been behind her, she would have just stuck with odor. And so once again, yes, that is your alert. Your dog sticking to and staying wet odor. The hitch and the giddy up is going to be when it's inaccessible, when it's out of range. So we really need to see more of what that behavior is like, and yeah, very nice. So what you're probably not going to get that same behavior out of an inaccessible. So now what we need to do is narrow down on what exactly does she look like when it's inaccessible. And in fact, aren't elevated hides inaccessible? Hides that she can't get her nose on are inaccessible. I'm telling you right now, she's got to be on odor. Look how froze up she is. That is beautiful. Please call that. Please call that. Why are your feet frozen? I think you're waiting for something else. I think you're waiting for a paw. I think you're waiting for a look. She's going to do it again. Let's see. Okay, different stack this time, in between the two. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Call that, please. Call that, please. What a nice... Okay, there you go. Alert and a yes. Good job. So, by intention or not, that's what you have. You have a stare dog, and it's really quite nice. Missed that corner. Good job getting in there. I feel like she's not checking again. So, and this is what we saw on that other row of mats. Let's take a look. Let's go back a little further. It's the same thing that we saw on those other row of mats. She's not checking them. So, I prescribe a wall exercise. So you need to be putting elements on walls for her to find, for you to present. And that allows you to practice your elevations. It allows you to practice your line work. And also anything, so her nose is around that level. So anything above there is going to be inaccessible, such as this, such as this, such as this. These are all going to be inaccessible to her. So a wall drill such as this would allow you to practice your elevation changes, your presentations, your line work, her going up, and it would allow you to see what she looks like. So if, let's say, this one is hot and you have her check up and you don't stand in front of her and you don't freeze up, you stay out here, what is that result going to look like? What's that finish going to look like? And that's going to be the answer to your question. So two things in here. We're not checking flat walls and we're not checking elevations. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, she's not checking any of that. Nope. Even though she's closer in, I don't feel like she's really checking that. She checked that corner, which was nice. Good job. I think you must have seen it. I think you must have seen that you weren't happy with that. Good job. See, I probably would have checked up on these doors, checked these handles, checked these seams. I'm happy that you're getting in the corner. That's good. Oh, what's that? Did you see how she just held up on that corner right here? She's bracketing. She's looking up. She's looking up. She's looking up. Alert. Okay, and you got to know. All right, so you got to know, but not because you were wrong about the elevation. I think you got to know because you were off source. And it's really hard for me to tell with the camera angle here. We've got this vertical pipe with this situation on it. We've got this stuff across here. What is this? So as an odor hunter, I'm looking at these things and going, all right, my dog is showing me that there's something up. She does it right there. And she does it right there. And you get her back in the corner and she shows it again. She's telling you there's something up here. And so now your job, and I get it, you're seeing the change in behavior and you see her looking up. So your job is to narrow it down. And I'm telling you this from the perspective of a judge. Is it on this post? Whatever this thing is hanging down low. Is it whatever this stuff is here? I need to know that you know and that you're not guessing. So a lot of times as a judge, I'll say where. And I feel like maybe you could have justified a where in this particular case. Unless the judge just assumed that you had no idea. But yeah, so then you go, hey, Kara, check here, and you check up. Hey, Kara, check up here and check up. Hey, Kara, check up here, and you check up. And then it would be up to you through training and experience and knowledge to understand which of these was the strongest of the indicators. And then I feel like if a judge saw you taking those efforts and is going to say, okay, we have a vertically challenged dog, and the handler did everything I could, and the handler said, yeah, it's in this area here, I think you'd have been good to go on that. Okay, so going back and looking and going, okay, reviewing the sheet that you gave me, I can see that we also had a hide that I guess was in this area. Yeah, they're called the scoreboards, but I'm guessing it's these things up here. Wow, that's really, really high and really difficult. So hopefully there's some sort of an air current that's allowing some of this, I guess it was this one, allowing some of this odor to fall down into a scent cone, something like this, which again means that Kara has to get up to check these things. And so when you have an enormous blank wall like that, if you don't get up somewhere along there, you're going to miss it. And as I said early on in the video, I don't feel like she's checking right now. And that pad that sticks out was just sort of a wake-up call to me to go, hey, we didn't get up on this. Circle back and get my dog up. And then maybe split that wall again and go, okay, halfway down here, I don't, or even thirds, how about we check up here? How about we check up here? Something like that. And then if you did that and the odor was available, then it would be a question, again, is what we saw on the other side, is are you able to recognize your dog's finish when it is elevated? And I feel like if there was odor down that low where you guys are, or where Kara is, I think it would have drawn her up like it did in the corner where we finish. I don't think that there was anything down there for her to access. The only way for her to have gotten to any of it would have been to actually check up. So, that I'm not so much worried about. It's just one of those things. It's a tough hide for a vertically challenged dog. The one over in the corner with the vertical pipe and all that debris up there, well, that's a whole nother thing, because not necessarily that you could source it, but to at least show the dog, hey, we have to narrow this down, and give her a couple of point of references and see if you can indicate that. That mock wall drill that I showed you where, I drew the lines on there and showed you how to check up and get things outside of her nose line, that sort of inaccessible type deal, I think that's an excellent exercise for you guys as well, and certainly something that we could work on in the future. So all in all, this is a pretty good room. Lots of fun, and everything that is in her elevation accessible, she absolutely crushes with that beautiful stare behavior. Nicely done. Congratulations. Good video. Thanks a lot for sharing, and look forward to seeing how you do and go from here. Thank you.